So, back in 2010, I voted for Paul LePage twice. I thought that he was ideologically libertarian. I voted for him in the primaries as well as in the general election, and what he said about gay marriage sounded libertarian to me at the time, but it turns out that what he actually meant was that he doesn't support state-based marriage, state-recognized marriage for gay people. It has become somewhat of a dead issue, or so Republicans might say when they're trying to get elected, but it's not really a dead issue because if they try to dodge the question by saying it's a settled issue, that means they're against gay marriage, and they will be against us on other issues. They will just pretty much be against social liberalism, for that matter. So, at this point in my life, I am liberal, particularly on social issues. And I think that I could count as a moderate. I was socially libertarian at that time, which is different. A libertarian is leave people alone, whereas a liberal is recognize people's social positions, and if they need help, find some way to help them. Even people who are at a social disadvantage because of crime, because of their past, even they will need assistance at times because they are still a human being, they're still useful, they still have rights. It seems that Paul LePage's stance on those social issues, on issues concerning crime, even crime due to mental illness, is to be tough on crime, and it seems that that spills over into poverty. Be tough on poverty. Yes, a libertarian wants people to get jobs. A libertarian wants people working, but a conservative way of attracting business is not just to cut taxes and cut regulation, but to force people to work by cutting off social programs. And it does seem that even if it's not his money, he still wants it cut off. I haven't observed that, but it does seem to be in the ideology. So, this is just the kind of man who should not be nominated by the endorsed by the Republican Liberty Caucus, because he's not a libertarian. The Republican Liberty Caucus supports those who are strongly fiscally conservative. And he's basically just conservative. But the Republican Liberty Caucus is not really even all that libertarian. It kind of is, but I probably won't listen to me at this point anyway, because I am no longer a Republican. But I can still, to some degree, speak as a libertarian, and and speak to libertarians. You don't want Paul LePage, and as if he's your poster boy, you will lose respect. He's constantly making the news across America, and in the news he is changing the face of the Republican Party, being an extreme version of what Ronald Reagan was in a bad way. And the alliance between conservatives and libertarians, the Cold War alliance, is dead. Our enemy is no longer the Soviet communist. And now the divide will be on social issues, especially concerning the existential threat to our identity that authoritarianism, especially Islamic ideology, plays to America at this point. These social issues, you will be social libertarians and social liberals would be better allies at this point. So, bringing this all down to today, 2017, on one particular social issue, recreational marijuana. Paul LePage is a fucking hypocrite as far as that's concerned. He is doing what he promised. He is ideologically consistent with his base on that issue, but the libertarians would have expected him to be more concerned about states' rights to kind of help them out. And if you know libertarians, they love their marijuana. Well, back in 2010, in a conversation with some fishermen concerning federal regulations, he told them, he would say to Obama, "You can kiss my ass." Well, concerning federal regulations on marijuana, he's presenting no challenge whatsoever. Libertarians in New Hampshire have been considering concerning federal agents interfering with their state laws and going after their residents of nailing a felony charge on them. You come into New Hampshire and harass our citizens, you get a felony. So New Hampshire, it'll probably be a while before they legalize marijuana, but recreational marijuana is pretty good for business here. It could be very good for business here in Maine because we're one of the first states to legalize it. We have an edge. I mean, sucks to be the last state to legalize it, but Maine, it's vacation land. You want to have a vacation here in Maine? You want to smoke a doobie? Oh man. He doesn't get it. He's not going to take that Tea Party attitude against people of his own party. He's not fighting for Maine. He seems to be more fighting for his own interest. He's not doing a good job. He's not states' rights. He's just states' rights on the issues that his base cares about. Let's say it right to if you're ever talking to a Republican who is all build a wall, anti-illegal immigrant because it's illegal, ask them if that is really their ideology. If they would say the same thing about outlawing guns. Oh, we should keep guns outlawed because they are illegal. but we should go after people who have things that they like Bibles, because Bibles are illegal. He's a hypocrite. Like, fuck him. And fuck his base. We need something better than him. We need to let him know that he's being ideologically inconsistent. We need to remind him. Go out, remind Paul LePage what he said to Obama, and tell him to say the same thing to Donald Trump. And the Republican Liberty Caucus should not endorse him again should he ever decide to run for any office ever again, because he's got a bad record on states' rights and because he will lower their popularity. Libertarians, come over to our side. You can even stay libertarian, be allies on these issues, and don't attach yourself to the Liberty Caucus. Don't do that play on words. You're not friends with them. They're not friends with you. They'll never nominate a Ron Paul. And they're just oil shills and evangelicals who are destroying America.